round 1. Now a magic ring doesn't really work for this pattern because it's designed to have an open center. So make your slip stitch and then chain 5 and slip stitch to your first chain to form a ring, and then you're going to chain 3, which counts as your first double crochet, and then 15 double crochet into that ring, so working over that ring you've made, those chains. When you finish this round, you will have 16 all together, including that first chain. So pause the video and do those 15. Okay, so altogether I have 16 stitches. So you're just going to fasten off by popping your hook into that top chain and making a slip stitch. And then the pattern suggests a colour change. So this is called the Little Sunshine Flower. So I'm going to change and get my yellow yarn. So I'm just going to fasten that yarn off and grab my yellow. Okay, now I've grabbed my yellow. These squares are great for using up your little odds and ends. So I've got my little yellow. Now it's going to roll away, so I've got this lovely roll of tape to secure it from rolling off the table. Quite useful there. So I've joined my colour into a stitch. Well, I haven't joined it. I'm going to join it with my chains. So we are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Secure that. No, let's try that. Okay, so now round 2 we're going to start making some petals. So we're going to make 8 petals. So I've joined my colour just with a slip stitch into any stitch. So I started at the bottom. Now these little odds and ends of your yarns are great for using up for these patterns when you just need a little bit. And it's probably going to roll away, so I've got a glamorous roll of tape to hold it. That's a good idea if you've got a ball that keeps rolling away. Just grab something like a roll of tape. Okay, so I'm going to chain 3, and then you're going to make 3 treble crochets in that very same stitch. So yarn over twice, insert into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So 3 times of pulling through. And you're going to do that twice more. 2 yarn overs, not a double crochet, treble crochet. Yarn over twice. 1, 2, 3. And again, here we go. So we go through 2, through 2, through 2. And then you're going to do a second chain 3. And you're going to slip stitch back in that same stitch just to finish off that petal. I apologise if I went off screen there. I think I may have done. So we're going to then slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. And in this stitch that we're now in, so basically we're skipping 1 stitch. But we're filling it with the yellow or our colour. Okay, so we are going to do that again. Chain 3, 3 treble crochets, 1, 2, oops, 2, and 3, and chain 3. Slip stitch back into that stitch to close that petal, and there we go. So there are your petals, nice and simple. And then slip stitch across into the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and now you're going to make 6 more petals in exactly the same way. Chain 3, 3 treble crochet, chain 3, and then slip stitch back into the same stitch, slip stitch over into the next 2 stitches and start your next petal. So I will see you 6 petals later, ready to finish off this round. I'll show you where we fasten off. Okay, we're going to join our new colour. Now, if you flip your flower over to the back, you will see these unused stitches between your petals. You can see mine in orange. Now, I'm going to show you how to join using the standing double crochet. Now, I have only just mastered this, so I'm hoping that I can remember it now to show you. I will tell you a different way you can do this if you don't get on with this standing double crochet. So let's have a go at this. So you want your slip knot and a reasonable length tail on your hook. I've probably gone a bit too long here. And then you want to pop your tail along by your hook and hold on to that. And then you don't want this slip knot to rotate around. So I'm just going to pop my finger onto there and hold that. And then you're going to yarn over. So I'm going to hold on to that loop as well. So I've got my finger onto both of those loops. Make sure your yarn is at the back as usual. And then pop your hook under this stitch here. So this stitch here, one of these unused stitches from the previous round. So pop your hook in there. And then, just as you would for a double crochet, yarn over and pull through. You've now got those 3 loops on your hook, which you're holding nice and tightly. Yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops, and yarn over, and this is where you need to hold on to your tail. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And that, my slip knot was a little bit loose, just tighten that there. That is your standing double crochet. I'll show you that one more time. Okay, so slip knot on the hook, hold your tail and hold on to that slip knot. Yarn over, hold on to both of those pieces of yarn. Make sure your yarn is at the back. Insert your hook under the stitch you're going into. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over and pull through those first 2 loops. Holding on to your slip knot the whole time. Yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops, and that is your standing double crochet. It just means that you don't have a lot of chains there. So that's your standing double crochet. Now your tail does come out from the top, so you do have to sort of weave it in or hide it in a different way. Now, as I said, I've only just learned to do this, so I've still got a bit of a big gap there, but with practice that will become smaller and less noticeable. So that's how you do your standing double crochet. Now, if you don't get on with the standing double crochet, or you just want to do it the normal way that you would, then just join your yarn in your stitch as you usually would, and then you want to chain 5, because we are going to chain 3. So if you chain 5, that will count as 2 for your double crochet and 3 for your chain. So standing double crochet and chain 3, or chain 5. There we go. Okay, so to continue this round, we're going to work from the front but into the back stitches. So we are going to do a double crochet in between the next 2 petals in one of those previous stitches. There we go. Oh, double crochet, sorry, did I say that? Double crochet. There we go. And chain 3. Work all the way around, doing a double crochet in between your petals and chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, all the way around. And then you're going to slip stitch into the top of your standing double crochet, where I've got this big gap there. In the top of your standing double crochet, or the 3rd chain up if you did a chain 5. And I'll see you soon. Okay, round 4. This is where you can work over your tail quite nicely. So we're going to work into the back of these, into these chains and stitches from this round here. 8 double crochets and chain spaces. Okay, so we are in the top of that double crochet or chain from our start. So chain 1, and then do a single crochet in that same stitch, and then chain 3, and then into your chain space you are going to make a cluster stitch. So we're going to make 3 double crochets together basically. So we do 3 partial double crochets like when we do single double crochet 3 together, but it's a cluster stitch because it's all in one space. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull up a loop, sorry, yarn over, pull through 2, and leave that last loop on your hook. So we've got 1 loop here that's already on the hook and 1. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So you've now got an extra loop on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So you've now got 1 loop from each stitch, so 3, and 1 that's on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 3. And you're going to do a single crochet in this next double crochet here, chain 3, and you're going to do another cluster. So yarn over, pop your hook in, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, leave that last loop on your hook, do another double crochet, just pull through those first 2 loops, and your third double crochet, leave the last loop on, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, chain 3, single crochet in your double crochet. And there we go. So you are going to repeat this all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, when you come around to here, you are going to do your last chain 3 and single crochet into your first single crochet. I'll see you in a mo. Okay, so here I am with all my clusters and chains done. There we go. And this is how it looks from the back. So round 5, you're going to join your new colour in any stitch or the same stitch you finished in. If you're continuing with the same colour, just continue. So I'm going to start around here. You know I like to stagger my my ends to sew in so it's not all in one bulky area. So I'm going to we're going to do a double crochet or chains. So I'm going to do a standing double crochet, show you that again just because I can now. Excuse me. So hold on to your tail and your slip knot, yarn over, keep your working yarn to the back, and then I'm going to join into a single crochet, and I'm going to do a standing double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through those second 2. Again, I've got a rather big loop there, but I'm not concerned about that. I'm just pleased that I can do this stitch, and I'll work on it and I'll get it better over time. So if you don't want to do the standing double crochet, then you can chain 5, which counts as your double crochet, and chain 2. If you've done the standing double crochet, then you now want to go ahead and chain 2. So standing double crochet, chain 2 or chain 5, and then you are going to do a single crochet on top of your cluster. So your cluster was closed with that stitch. So if you look, you've got a gap to this side on top and your 2 bars, and then you've also got a little gap this side and those 2 bars. Don't get confused. This on this side is where you started your chains, but this over here is the top of your stitch. So do a single crochet into there, and then you're going to do chain 2, and then in the next single crochet we're going to start cornering this off now, squaring it off. So you want to do a treble crochet in this next single crochet. So treble crochet, chain 3, and a second treble crochet in that same stitch. And that's the start of our squaring. Oh dear, get my words right. So now we're going to chain 2, single crochet in the top of the cluster, chain 2, double crochet in the next single crochet. Just getting in a bit of a tangle with my yarn. Okay, so then we're going to do a single crochet on top of the cluster. Nope, sorry, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do a single crochet on top of the cluster. Chain 2. And then we're going to do another corner treble crochet in that, in that single crochet. Oh my goodness. Getting myself confused. So treble crochet in that next single crochet, chain 3, and a second treble crochet in that same stitch, chain 2, single crochet in the top of the cluster, chain 2, double crochet in the single crochet. Time to work over this tail that I've got here. Double crochet on top of the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the top of the cluster. I won't work over that tail. It's too open at the back, I think, to work over. So yeah, too open. So single crochet in the top of that cluster, and then chain 2, double crochet in the next single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, okay, my apologies, getting myself confused. So just undo that last double crochet that you made, back to your chain 2 after your single crochet on the cluster. And we are going to make our next corner. So treble crochet in that next single crochet, chain 3, treble crochet back into that stitch. So we've got 3 corners so far, and then you're going to chain 2, single crochet on top of the cluster, chain 2, double crochet in the next single crochet, chain 2, single crochet on top of the cluster, chain 2, and you're going to do your last corner treble crochet in that next single crochet, chain 3, and treble crochet back into that same stitch, chain 2, single crochet on top of this cluster, chain 2, and slip stitch to the top of your standing double crochet, or to the 3rd chain if you did a chain 5. So slip stitch to there, and that is our squaring off round. How cute is that? Ooh, my petals are all folded over, but you can sort that out after. How cute is that? Loving this. Okay, now if you want to change colour, you can join your colour. You can fasten this off and join a colour in any chain 3 corner space. So I'm going to fasten this off. Now I don't want to change colour, so I'm going to fasten that off and I'm going to rejoin in a corner space. Okay, so I've joined my same colour because I want to keep this colour into my corner space, and now I'm going to do a single crochet, and chain 5. Oops, doesn't want to go through that. And another single crochet in the same space. And then you are going to chain 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the next space. Chain 5. Single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And single crochet into your corner space, chain 5, and single crochet in the same corner space. So I know it looks quite frilly. This would make a lovely edging for a blanket or something. It looks a bit frilly, but don't worry, we're going to fill all that in and it'll be nice and square, it'll be fine. So continue this around, chain 5, single crochet in the next space. So on all the spaces along, you're just doing 1 single crochet in each, and then in your corner spaces, you're doing single crochet, chain 5, and another single crochet in the same space. And when you get back to the beginning, you're going to slip stitch to your beginning single crochet, and I will see you back at the end of this round. And there we go. This is reminding me a bit of like a postage stamp with this frilly edge. I love it. I love it. But it's not very practical for if we're wanting to sew our squares together. So we are going to straighten it off. So I'm not going to change colours personally anymore, but if you want to change colour, just fasten off this colour and join your new colour in any corner chain space. So this corner chain space. So all I'm going to do is slip stitch across. So just slip stitch into that chain space if you want to continue with the same colour. And then we are going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then do 2 more double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, getting tangled with all my tails now. And then in the next space, I'm just going to scooch those around a bit. There we go. Okay. So in the next chain space, you are going to do, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do a single crochet in your chain space. Chain 2, single crochet in the next chain space. Chain 2, single crochet in the next chain space, chain 2, single crochet in the next chain space, chain 2, single crochet in the next chain space, chain 2, and then it's time for your next corner, which is 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2 and 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, and there we go. So you can see, just by doing those chain 2s and slip stitch is how we straighten this side off nicely. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. Just do chain 2 and then a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all the way down until you get to your corner space, where you're going to do those 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet all the way around. And when you get back to the beginning, you're going to slip stitch to the top of your chain 3. Okay, there we go, looking good. So I'm going to continue in the same colour and do our last round. Now, if this is nearly up to your size, you can change this to single crochets. We're going to do double crochets, but you can do single crochets or half double crochets if you need a little bit less size. Okay, so just have a measure and see how much more you need. So if you need to do smaller stitches, that's fine. Just still do exactly the same amount of stitches as we're doing now. So I'm going to chain 3 to count as a double crochet. If you're doing a half double crochet or a single crochet, then it's you can just go straight and do your stitch there. And then we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then in your corner, you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more. 2 more stitches, depending on your size. And then you're going to do a double crochet or a stitch into each of these next 3. And then you're going to do a stitch in every space and every single crochet. So this you'll do one in the space, 1 in the stitch, 1 in the space. So I'm doing double crochets, so 1 in the stitch, 1 in the space, sorry, 1 in the stitch and 1 in the space. And then I'm going to do 1 in the stitch, 1 in the space and 1 in the stitch, all the way along. So follow that all the way down and then do 1 in each of these 3 at the corner, and then 2 stitches, chain 2, 2 stitches in your corner space, do the next 3 stitches, and then all the way along, 1 in each space and 1 in each chain, all the way round until you get back to the beginning. And then you're going to slip stitch into the top chain of your chain 3, or if you did a single crochet or half double crochet, then do a slip stitch into that, and I'll see you there. Okay, so I've just sewn in all my ends and finished it all off, and there we go, the little sunshine flower. I think you'll agree that that is rather cute, and I love the texture going on with this flower. It's a bit raised. I love that. Obviously, if you don't want your petals to be like this, then you could just get some yarn and just pop a stitch, just sew a stitch through each petal just to fix it down if you don't want it to be able to curl up. But I love that texture going on. Love it, love it. So there we go, the little sunshine flower. If you have enjoyed crocheting along with me and you found this useful and helpful, then please, as always, click that like button and give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already, and come and join us over on Facebook and show me the photos of your lovely little flowers. And until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.